My name is Lauren. Emery Jolene is my daughter. She was born premature at 26 days and 26 weeks, 5 days. And she lived for 58 days in the NICU at KU Med. She was low on fluid and had a placenta problem that just didn't grow with her, and it was very fast and very traumatic, her entrance into the world, and she fought hard for 58 days. After we lost Emery, the very first thing we did was make an appointment with our counselor, and the very second thing we did was find a support group. That was very needed for me to connect with other moms, other families that know what we're going through. Because when you lose your child in that moment, you feel like you're the only one that knows that pain. And that is very heartbreakingly not true. There is a whole community of people with all different kinds of loss. The support that you get from people that understand what you're going through is unmatched. I think people who love you want to be supportive, your family and your friends, but unless they have been through the kind of loss that you've had, they don't know what to say, they don't know how to react, they don't know how to help you. They don't know what to suggest to help you, and they don't know how to love you right during this time. So the support group we found and the people that we connected with were necessary. As a bereaved parent, you get a lot of suggestions on how you're supposed to grieve. So I've been told that I need to learn how to move on. I've been told it's better this way because my daughter, being premature, could have had multiple birth defects and medical complexities, that it's just better it happened this way. And it's not. Like, I know their heart is in the right place, but it's not. Grief is very hard for people to accept. I think that overall humans are very empathetic, and when you see somebody in pain, you sort of take on those emotions and you understand. So when you lose a child, you have a lot of very empathetic people around you, which is beautiful. But when it comes to child loss specifically, where grief is concerned, I think it scares people. So that specific type of grief gets pushed aside quite a bit, because if we don't talk about it, then maybe it's like it's not there. And so when I lost my daughter and I was trying to process that grief, there was this feeling of isolation to begin with, because I didn't realize there was such a large community and that people do understand what I'm going through, but nobody talks about it. And so I think that's why nobody wants to acknowledge that child loss exists and experience that grief. And people can empathize with it, but it's such a tragic thing to empathize with that it's hard for people. On her birthday this past year, we did a Facebook fundraiser for Little Warrior Princesses, who help NICU families in the KC metro area with gas and food gift cards. And every day on the anniversary of her death, we call it Emery Day, we go back to Ronald McDonald House and we serve dinner, because we were blessed enough to stay there during our time in the NICU with her. So we try and do that. And then just little things. We made Emery's symbol a butterfly. So whenever we have family pictures done anymore, we make sure that the photographer is able to add digital butterflies in. And that is important to us because we want our family pictures to be an accurate representation of what we look like now. which is hard. It's a big trigger, but it still completes us a little bit. We have been given things. Someone got us this memory bear. It has butterflies on it, and it is the exact weight, 1 pound 3 ounces, of the same that when Emery was born. It speaks volumes when people are able to recognize things that you talk about and things that are meaningful to you and turn it into something tangible for you. So this friend of mine has not experienced a loss herself, but knew how much butterflies meant to us and did her own research and found someone who would make her a memory bear. She gave it to us and I broke down. It was beautiful because it spoke to my heart and it honored my child. Am I the only one that's actively working to try and remember her? Are people forgetting her? And that's my biggest fear. The life and legacy of my child is real.